Hello, everyone. It's late enough with Mama J. Thank you for joining me. It's one of my second shows for Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. Glad you could join us and tune in. This is going to be a little bit of Mama J's, late enough, creative, right-brained side of people. All my artists, musicians, authors, comics, actors, people of the creative nature is going to be mostly in my evening hours. And we're going to be talking all kinds of stuff from taboo to serious to in between. And everything is still going to have that fabulous metaphysical undertone and lots of humor whenever possible. So today we have one of my favorite guests from my past show. He's actually back for my first night show. Oh, it's Squiggy!
Yes, hello, I am here.
Yay!
Been gone too long.
Yes, it has been so long.
I've
missed you.
This damn table's still here.
Just
Really?
when you thought you'd never see
New
it
damn
again.
place, you can't get a new table? The heck is wrong with you people? Burn this.
At least get more of what shape should it go?
I don't know. Not crap wood octagon.
How
Unless
about
we're
oval?
having an MMA fight here, but this would be a very small fight.
We should go
I mean, there's
oval.
not even room for one of the fighters to fall down.
Oh, that's true. We should probably go for oval, crooked.
Yeah.
That's
something.
just my idea.
That'd be exciting.
So, what have you been up to? It's been a while since
I
I've
know.
had you with me before as
Yes.
a guest / co-host.
Mhm.
So, thank you for joining me this evening.
Anytime.
Anytime.
hmm
He says
Even if she doesn't have a show,
anytime.
she'll be like, I need a co-host for this evening. And I'll just show up. We'll be randomly talking at a bus stop somewhere.
And
So,
then he'll drive up in his Elantra?
probably not.
Probably.
Who
Is it
knows? I don't know.
an
what it'll be.
Acura?
It's an Elantra, yes.
It's an
Yes.
Elantra.
Yeah.
Is that an
Hyundai.
Acura?
No, it's a Hyundai.
Hyundai. Yeah, see, I'm not that good at cars.
hmm
Anyways,
I just use it to get from place to place.
A to B, that's
Yeah.
much like mine as well.
Mhm.
So, where have you been? Have you been traveling the world? Have you been acting? Have you been comedy it up?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, like I started a new job, and there's some
Oh.
fun stuff we do at work. So I've kind of worked my way into getting to do. Like I hosted the Christmas choir concert, which was fun and exciting. So it's a neat little experience that I've
Really?
had at least at work in a work environment and everything where I get to play around and stuff like that. So,
Are you
Yeah.
the guy to go to for fun times?
absolutely. Duh. So especially if you got somebody that you need to host something, I'm definitely the guy who can speak out and
Oh.
talk and.
The
so,
MC of the
Absolutely.
MCs
Mhm.
of the MCs and hostess.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So what else has been going on? Are you guys going to be doing your show? Your
Mhm.
pal
Yeah.
Adrian? How's he
Um,
doing?
He's doing good. He's doing good. He's on a break right now. Him and his band are on a break right now till April.
Ah,
mhm.
all that
Working on some
hard partying and
Yeah.
rock and rolling.
Guy is a true definition of rock star. Party and lifestyle, man. Telling you.
Very cool. Very cool.
Ain't no party unless you party with Adrian on a good night at Papa Cherry Show. I'm telling you.
That was a
Mhm.
plug for Papa Cherry.
Mm-hmm. Not in
Pop.
the band. I just hang out with him. It's cool.
He's a groupie.
Not really. Just I
You
bang
just
a lot
have
of the
people. You are the groupie that
Mm-hmm.
hangs out with all the chicks, and then they throw their
Mhm.
big bras on you,
They do.
and you wear them.
Well, just on our heads. That picture's still on Facebook somewhere. Look it up.
Good times. Are you
It was good
still doing that type of stuff?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. I mean, let's see. We got my improv troupe, Got Jokes, and we got a show coming up in February, so we've been working on that. So we've got some new ideas coming
Oh.
up with that too.
How
so.
many's in your troop?
There's about, let's see, 7 of us right now, yeah.
Wow.
7 of us. I mean, we've had a couple other people come and go. I mean, a couple people have moved out to L.A. and Chicago.
They got their big breaks, huh?
No, well, I don't know about big breaks, but I mean, they moved out to try some other things and everything too. So I think they actually a couple people that I have. Kimmy, I think, has been on TV a couple times out there. One of the guys that was an actor with us, Ricky Wayne, he does a lot of acting too. You've probably seen him. You may have seen him in a couple of things he's done. He's done stuff for like Sci-Fi Channel. I think one of the big things that I remember seeing him in last year was he was in one of the whatever the Charlie's Angels series reboot was.
Oh, okay.
He was in one episode of that before that got canceled. So no fault of his. He's a very good actor. It's
of course not.
It was just a very bad show.
I never watched it, so therefore,
exactly.
Yes.
I only watched the one where my friend Ricky was in, and that was it. So. But
awesome. So when you and your troupe get out and about, there's 7 of you. Do you all improv together, or do you switch it out?
A lot of switching it out, a lot of rotating and stuff like that. I mean, this is a lot of short form stuff, so it's all sort of tailor made to be a funny, fast paced show.
Oh,
and we jump into the crowd, do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, that sounds like much fun.
It is.
So do people actually pay you for all of this?
Sometimes. That's what I hear.
That's what you hear, but then do you actually see it?
No. Why would I?
Hey, we got you drinks. You guys got paid.
I didn't get a drink either. Actually, I had to pay for that.
So where have people been able to see you and your troupe?
Right now, well, we were at the Improv last year. I think it would have been late October, November. That's when we were there last, and this is the next one here. We're in February here. We've been working on a few deals with a couple places, like in South Tampa. So we're still got a couple of places we're looking into at the moment. But
awesome.
Hopefully, we'll have a little bit more of a regular show, bi-monthly or at least monthly, going on again soon.
So you're definitely looking to find venues that'll definitely pay you guys enough where everybody can get a little something.
Yeah.
You know, are you all wanting to like move into the corporate realm and do more corporate type stuff or private parties?
A lot of
or
that.
do you
Hopefully
want
to do some of
venues?
that. Venues are usually what work best for us, but corporate work would be good. We're looking to do some more social media stuff, hopefully some more video stuff, and some other ideas too. So
very cool. So when you started with this process of getting your people rounded up, lassoed them, and say, hey, I want you. Was it people that you had already known before, or that you had worked with?
I wasn't the guy in charge. I'm not the guy in charge. The guy who was in charge, he thought of this. Daniel Motown Pride Jefferson, he was the brainchild behind this. He wanted to take a lot of the best comedians from the Tampa Bay area, bring them together, and put a group together that would be sort of like Whose Line Is It Anyways mixed with In Living Color and Wild 'N Out and Saturday Night Live and all these best aspects of those things, and put them all together in one super group here in the Tampa Bay area.
So then was there like an audition process?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We did that. I started off very early, so I did a regular audition. Later on, we actually did one show where we had a live audition, where we did a show, had a couple people audition and be in the show with us.
And see how funny they...
Pretty much the audience picked out who our next person was. It was cool.
Very awesome. Because I noticed the logo that you guys used, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be Gwiggy's. Because that logo looks like,
That's not me. That's totally not me.
It's not you?
That's Daniel.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He had a friend of his that made that logo and everything. She was just a friend, and she wrote this. Because we were picking out logos, and a couple people made a few other ones, but that one had Motown in it. It was just such an original, interesting logo. It stood out above all the rest of them. We were like, yeah, that's got to be the logo.
But it totally made me think of you.
Yeah. So.
Because you have kind of worn that getup, you know, with the way it
somewhat
depicts.
more, but it's still more him because he's always wearing the little Kangol hats.
Right,
That's one of his big trademarks, Kangol hats that match his shoes and everything too. So he's very put together. Funny.
Very awesome. Very cool. Okay, well that's about all now. So
all right, I'll leave. See you.
So what did you do over the holidays? Anything spectacular, or what do you think of 2014 now? Can you believe it?
It's an interesting year. I don't know. I have some high hopes for it. It's
how high are your hopes?
Not too high, but I mean high enough to where I just feel like it's an interesting year for, I don't know, maybe my thought this year was sort of just fixing things. You know, I was like, I kind of let a few things go to the wayside last year. Not anything big, but just, you know, just this year, it's just like, let's fix a few things.
Fixing like what?
Nothing big,
car?
Just little things. Yeah, fixing the car
Yourself.
situation. Little things like that.
The apartment.
Yeah, just whatever. I mean, you know, just sort of working on a few things. I don't know. Just getting a few things together, starting a few more projects or something like that. So
Oh,
Mhm.
so any girlfriends in the future?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't met any, but
you haven't met any with
not
all
lately.
the ladies
Mhm.
that you come across
Mhm.
and that you wear bras on your head
Yes.
of.
I had to buy her breakfast for her giving us. I don't even remember how we got into that conversation. I think it was partly because it turned into a conversation of saying something about I could undo it one handed, and of course I think I did. I don't remember, but somehow we ended up with her bra for me buying her breakfast. I don't remember what the whole stipulation was, but it was very cool. Made for a really nice hat.
Yeah, I did see the pictures.
Yeah.
I'm like, only Gwig would do that.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
So look at Gary over there. He just looks so
I
like.
try not to. Really, really shouldn't.
Is this? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was.
Yeah, that's the
that
button
was the
that
right
turns
one.
your microphone
yeah.
on, just in case you were
I
wondering.
couldn't. I wanted to say something last time, but I couldn't figure out how to turn the mic on.
We've
I
moved
wasn't
on to a
really
different
sure.
topic from last time.
And now
Yeah.
we're dragging you into
What was
it.
the topic you wanted to say about last time? What was?
Yeah.
Set the piece up. Set the scenario here.
You know what? I don't even remember what it was.
It was that quick.
Nice. But what was your statement you were going to add? Because that you probably remember.
Something about bananas. I don't.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that
yeah. It
pretty
was
much-
it was relevant at the time, but now
Bananas.
so much time has passed that
2014 bananas.
it
and
no longer.
Maybe Gwig'll have women again,
Yeah,
girlfriends.
it no
somewhere.
longer makes any sense.
Bananas.
Frozen bananas, I hear, are good.
Yes.
You know,
if you're all
I've-
listening out there right now, I want you all to concentrate. Clear
Con-
your mind
and
and
think
put
of
put a banana in it. Put a banana in your mind.
the
No,
frozen
literally,
banana.
go to the produce store, grab a banana,
Absolutely.
clear your mind, and then throw the banana in it. It's a good place to keep
I
the
wonder
banana.
if you could use a banana for a boomerang.
You could, but it won't come back.
Unless you put a bungee cord on
Yes,
it.
yeah. Then it's really a fake banana. Well, it's a boomerang
No.
on training wheels, basically. At that point, you know.
Exactly.
Or with low jack, you're like, I don't think it'll come back. So.
So are you having any fun yet, Gary?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about the bananas. Actually, that's really. I
It's
started.
stuck in his
Let's talk
mind.
about that, there, Gary. Have you always
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
about bananas
Well, it's kind of a. Yeah, I guess it's kind of been a theme
for your life?
in my life. Just.
Do you put it with pina coladas?
No, I just like the shape. It's just a very interesting.
Really? That's psychologically telling us a
Oh,
lot about
is it?
yourself.
Have you been intimate with a
Yeah.
banana recently, Gary?
Um,
Taking them out on dates, anything?
I
Made to a movie?
don't know if I really
Oh.
want to go into
Bam,
that.
that
now.
movie, Her. Have
Oh,
you
that was
seen-
good.
You've seen
I
it?
saw that. Yes.
Really? By yourself or with
I did.
somebody?
I was by myself. Yeah. Well, because this is what happened. A friend of mine got a hold of something that was a copy of something that was not mine. That I know, just in case the FBI is watching. He didn't copy it, but anyways, I got to see it just basic at home. So.
Oh,
So.
you had the popcorn.
Hmm?
You had microwavable or organic
No,
popcorn?
I just watched a damn movie. I didn't need popcorn. It's like, all right, I want to watch the movie. It's great. So that was an
did
interesting
he-
movie.
Well, it seems like it because based upon the previews or the trailers that they show on TV, I'm gathering.
Yes.
It's about a man
Yes.
and his device.
Yeah. Basically, what it is it was a new form of it seems to take place a little bit in the future, a little bit more advanced.
Like 5 years from
Yeah,
now?
probably. I mean, honestly, maybe between 5 to 10 years from now. I mean, that's what it looks like. I mean, there was no real look at different things as far as like travel or anything like that to where it looked like there were newer forms of transportation, no
Right.
flying cars or anything like that.
Oh,
But, I
darn.
mean, it
Those
was
are my
like-
favorite.
But it just seemed to be a little bit more about technology and stuff, like where he was still always kind of linked into his phone. Like after he'd get out of work, he'd be sitting there kind of going through news feeds with a little earbud that was in his ear.
Right.
And there was this new program that was sort of like an artificial intelligence program where you could talk with it and everything like that. It was a real person. And he tried it out, and they basically formed a relationship in a sense.
And then did he ever meet this voice?
No, because it was an actual, just a voice. She wasn't like a
So it's
real
like
person. She was
basically
a program.
So basically what we're talking about is our GPS systems. Please turn here.
Something like that, yeah.
Make a left. 5 miles up basically turns into a relationship.
Yeah.
Insert penis here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't
Was there a scene like that?
There
movie?
is an odd sexual scene in there, but
Really?
it's worth seeing because it's like
How awkward
the
can
interest.
we go?
Yeah, I mean, really, it was interesting because this was a movie about really just a deep relationship without necessarily the physical. Because I mean, she was a program. She's not a real person. She didn't have a
Right.
body or anything like that. And
The
he's,
imagination.
you know, he was kind of a lonely person. He was just going through a divorce,
Right.
and he found this connection with this new program that was really kind of artificial intelligence and stuff. So
So this is what we're probably going to be turning into. The future of relationships.
we'll be with your laptop.
Yes.
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
So much for those dating sites. I mean, the dating sites are going to evolve into the artificial human being where it's a voice that you fall in love with. And the imagination is where you create what that person looks like and everything else.
Possibly, yeah.
But what
But
would be
that
really
was the
cool,
interesting thing is that, I mean, she was a real, you know, she had real feelings and a personality and everything. It was very interesting. So.
Oh.
But
Or showing the way to really connect with somebody
Yeah.
beyond just the physical aspect. Because a lot of people in our society put so much pressure on that sexual, physical connection. And it rarely, people rarely take the time to really get to know the other person.
Yeah.
And that's where true intimacy really lies, is when you take the time to get to know somebody and go through the layers of them and really find out what their soul is about. So what I'm gathering from this movie, it's actually possibly an endearing type of movie where based upon how you want to look at it metaphysically, I'm going metaphysically, that you find that connection based upon the voice that is a vibration that resonates, and then it goes into a soul type level and all that good stuff.
something like that. Yeah, I mean, basically, like I said, it was beyond sort of the physical relationship in a sense. I mean, there was somewhat of a physical relationship in you know, some sort of terms, but it was more of there was just a connection between basically sort of two people in a sense.
Yeah, it's
But-
like when you're on the
but
telephone with somebody.
Basically, that's about what
Long
it was.
distance relationships where all you have is phone sex and the regular emotional connection via the phone.
Pretty much.
I've had that.
Phone sex?
No, that relationship on the phone where it was long distance.
There you go. So there was phone sex involved.
I'm not saying one way or another.
No. Did you have much success with a long distance relationship? That's got to be hard. Because
Um,
I've had that myself, and it didn't necessarily work out. It became a little bit too much more of a pain. I don't know if I would say it a pain. It became a little bit more confusing trying to define what it was about in some cases. So
well, what I've noticed is that most people don't want to put any labels as to a defining of anything anymore. We've been seeing each other and being physically involved for over a year. Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? No, we're just friends. No, I don't want a relationship. Are you sure you still want me to meet? And yet you're meeting the parents and you're meeting the kids and you're going to dinner on every other night basis, or, you know, that person is coming over to stay over with you as often as practically living together. I would say that don't be scared. Just use the label. Yes, you're in a relationship. Yes, you are boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't be afraid. So do you believe in having a boyfriend-girlfriend thing? What's your spiel on it?
yeah, no, it definitely just hasn't happened in a while for me. So
How long is a while for you?
let me see. Since I've been in any sort of a serious relationship, like I would say, at least over a year or so.
What is considered a serious relationship in guys' terms?
Well,
because it's always different, guys compared to women.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean,
so you can pipe in on this one too, Gary.
I mean, I would say there's definitely a
I'll think about it.
Okay, you think about it.
Talk to your banana.
Yeah, yeah. We're in a serious relationship
Yeah.
with my banana, so.
till it goes bad and he has to get another banana. So
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Goes rotten.
that's
he's
a
had
meta.
12 dates this week.
It's a metaphor
All
for
different
real
bananas.
life.
But anyway, so what's your take
I
on...
think part of it is Gary's just racist. As soon as it becomes a brown banana, he's like, "Damn it, we're through." Throws them out. But,
Yep.
let's see. No, but I mean, I don't know if I would say that there's anything. I mean, like in that sort of a scenario you're talking about, where it's somebody you're seeing on a regular basis, I would consider that a relationship. Absolutely. I wouldn't sit here and say, well, it's nothing serious, but if you're kind of together for about a year or so, I mean, that's a relationship basically. You know, I mean, you can define it any way you want it, but there is a relationship there. So, I mean, in that sort of the sense, I mean, if you're talking about someone who you're just sort of casually seeing, and it's not to that extent where you're always going to dinner or something like that, always hanging out and always, I don't know, having weekends together or whatever, just little sleepovers, whatever you want to call it, sex.
Weekly sleepovers.
Yeah, I
Tea
mean,
parties.
What parties?
Tea parties.
Yeah.
Tea parties.
Yeah, just
tea parties. Would you
Yeah.
like some tea?
little
and
plates
little
and
cookies.
Yes, I
little
would.
biscottis.
They'll
tea
fall off
and-
this table, but sure, I'd like them.
tea and biscuits.
But I mean, in that retrospect, if you're, I don't know. I mean, if you're sort of thinking of seeing other people while you're in this relationship, then obviously you're not very serious about the relationship. So I mean, it's but the other person would have to know about that too. That's the only thing. I mean, if it's to that extent for about a year where you're meeting parents and all this other stuff and kids, but you're still looking at other people, then yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a different form, but
Because I've been realizing lately that guys tend to be on a different time frame than women are.
yeah.
Because women like to, I think, go directly to, well, we're together and we're in this relationship after the third or fourth date.
Possibly, yeah.
So what makes it happen for you guys? Is it after 5 or 6 dates, then you finally decide, oh, this is the person that I want to see myself hang with for a little bit and see where it goes? Do you do a 6 months, see how it goes, or a year, see how it goes? Like, what is your...
I don't know if you could take it as a see how it goes though thing. I mean, seriously. Well, I mean, if you're going that long, 6 months, and you're like, let's see how it goes. I mean, after about 3 or 4 dates, you're kind of considering making this a more of a long-term thing if you're still asking her out after that. And you're like, hey, let's get together this week, and why don't you stay over next weekend, and this and that. I mean, that's when it's starting to become a relationship, absolutely. So, I mean, because I would say you kind of know after a few dates if it gets to that point, too. In some cases, you kind of know after the first date, you're like, this isn't somebody I could really hang with because they
annoy me.
They do this, they do that, or we don't connect. I mean, you can kind of sense that in some cases.
How about for you, Gary?
Well, let me put it in terms
of the banana.
Of bananas.
Oh,
Yes. No, I don't really know anything about bananas. I was gonna say, I don't know. I was kind of thinking like when you let yourself go, and they don't care about it. I think that would be, if you like fart or whatever, and they're like, oh, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
That's called marriage.
That's too far. That's too far
in advance. You don't get that after the first 6 months. Come on.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't.
If you're at that point within the first 6 months, then you're like, all right, okay, I guess we have to now.
I would say
married or something.
Once it's on. Once it's on Facebook, then that's how I found out.
That's how I found some people actually ask people to marry them. They just they were okay with it and be like, all right, here, listen, I've been thinking about this here. Want to get married?
See,
you passed that test, so
I think Facebook
can't get any worse from here.
I think Facebook should have different tiers of relationship instead of just saying, whoever is in a relationship.
Serious,
you should have
committed.
like serious, committed, just kind of not really sure, just hanging
Suicidal,
out. What? Yeah.
Stalker.
Domestic
actually,
violence.
When I have looked on that Facebook status thing, I'm kind of like, my status isn't up there. So I've actually put I'm in a relationship.
Nice.
With myself.
It's a good relationship to be in.
Or, with God or Jesus or all three of us.
Yep. They don't take up much room in the house, and
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
So with a new car gonna be in your horizon for 2014?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So you'll be able to take some ladies on a
Mhm,
date?
yeah.
Ooh. I bet you're looking. No wonder
Won't be
you're.
able to take them anywhere. Just pick them up. So, paying too much for the car. I can't go anywhere. Just want to stop by, say hi.
It'll just
We
be.
could sit here for a while.
You want to sit in my car?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Let's go to the beach and park.
Just take them for a drive around the block,
Yeah.
for a couple hours.
Down to Clearwater
Nice,
Beach.
Nice romantic
I
drive.
say that like you're such a professional at going down to Clearwater Beach and parking or whatever. What's up with that? That one of your favorite spots?
Well, I had to take somebody down there because they were feeling sad,
Good place.
and they had been new in the area, so I was just being a good friend, a good new friend.
Nice.
And they were like, "Oh, I haven't been to the beach." I said, "Okay, well, we'll hang out. I'll drive you down there." And so I did find a fabulous spot to hang out at the top of a building.
The top of a building. Nice.
Yeah, and you can see everything. It's very nice. The
Nice.
Pier 60,
Mhm.
the pirate ship,
Mhm.
all that good stuff. So it gives you a higher perspective
Very
about
nice.
life
Nice.
for sure. But that's why I know a little bit about Clearwater Beach. Not that I've actually
Nice,
been
yeah.
parking, although my car's been parking. I haven't been parking. I've been moving.
Nice.
When was the last time you went to the beach?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Wow,
Let me
it's been
see.
that long.
There was some point last year I was at the beach. I just can't remember though. I don't remember. Yeah.
Oh, were
Mhm.
you by yourself or with somebody?
Let me see.
Or with a group?
I don't know. Probably. With a
That's
group of people.
always
That's why I
the
can't remember.
three
Yeah.
combinations. It's either by yourself,
Mhm.
with a person, or with a group.
Nice.
Or unless you bring your pet.
Yeah.
Do you even have a pet?
No. Mhm.
What would you get if you had one?
If I had to, probably a dog. I would say I'm allergic to cats, so that's why I won't.
I have a cat.
Mhm.
What kind of
we
cat
wouldn't
you got?
get along. Just a regular domestic.
Stop
short
trying to
hair.
make me your banana, Gary. Not gonna happen tonight.
It's
I don't
hard.
fit in your mind.
It's hard to get along with people that are not into cats.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. Isn't he so, like, reserved?
He was climbing the wall earlier, so
I
yeah,
listen
it's
to a
fine.
lot of NPR, so I've kind of absorbed all of their
Mhm.
personalities.
Oh, you
Nice.
better unabsorb it quickly.
So you're now in like fresh air. At least you haven't gone to
Yeah,
Diane
yeah.
Rehm, you know.
Oh, that
Oh.
might be next.
Is she like 100 years old?
She
I
is.
don't get it.
Gary, what
Just-
is your thing with bananas
Just feel
about?
I'm worried every time she does a show.
John
she's gonna
Kerry once had a banana, and he then ran for Senate and won. But you have done nothing with your life, Gary.
I
Tell
feel
us more about that.
I feel like her show would be a lot better if they called it like Get Reamed with Diane Reams.
Yeah, because that's so what NPR is going for all the time.
Getting real?
Get reamed with NPR.
Reamed. Oh,
Yeah, well,
all about the
it's
reaming.
it's her last, Get Reamed with
Mhm.
Diane Reams.
Yes.
I think it makes sense.
Yes.
Maybe that's
sure.
just me.
When she's talking to political figures and scholars and everything, she's like, "It's time to get reamed with me, Diane Ream." President Obama, your politics have been.
You do
Not
that
gonna go into
old
politics.
lady really
I know.
well.
I like a lot of the NPR shows myself, and it used to be where I would be driving to work, and that would be the show that would come on for like 2 hours, and I was kind of disappointed because I wanted to listen to stuff like maybe This American Life or
Yeah,
Fresh
that's a
Air,
good
stuff
one.
like that.
Terry
Sometimes
Gross.
Studio 360. Yeah, Terry Gross, she's good.
She's kind of gross though.
Yeah, that's all good. But saw an interesting article about what's his name from Q.
Q-tip?
No, from the show Q. What's his name? Gian Gomeshi.
Oh.
They had an interesting article in the TBT a few months ago about him, and he totally blew me away when I saw what he looked like, because he seems like this I don't know, maybe an older gentleman or anything like that. He looks like a dude who's just hanging out at like rock concerts.
Really?
And that's what he does, pretty much. He hangs out at music shows. He's big into music and
And
entertainment.
thus, that is
So-
why he's in radio.
Oh yeah, so
Because nobody would
but he looks
recognize
like a cool
him.
dude. He's very cool, very good, interesting talks that he has on his show.
Very
So,
awesome.
mhm.
So what have you been reading lately? Is that your Kindle there or
Yeah, it's
whatever?
my tablet and stuff
Or
like
tablet?
that.
Because I know you're
Yeah.
a
Yeah, no,
download books
I
type of
do.
man.
I have ridiculously amounts of books in here right now. I do. I have at least 70 books in there right now. But
See, and then
I
there's
read
I
what
like
was it?
real books.
I do too. Absolutely. But
Real
it's
books.
just like I usually like some of the ones that are relatively cheap from time to time. I can just download, get them real quick. But I do enjoy a real book. Honestly, it just
Something
feels
about the type.
yeah.
The
Honestly, you feel like you're
the
getting
fabric.
you feel like you're getting somewhere sometimes with them too, because
Yeah.
it's very hard to gauge where you're at in the book on using a Kindle sometimes, because it just seems like it's never ending in some cases. But with a real book, you obviously see where you're halfway through it, you're 3/4 of the way through it, all that stuff. But no, I said what did I recently read? Oh, last book I read was Silver Lining Playbook. Which,
Oh, I saw the movie.
yeah,
It was a good movie.
it's a good movie. I have to say the book is similar but different to the movie.
Uh-oh. Isn't
book
that how
was-
it always goes?
Yeah, the book. Yeah, like some of the things I liked about as far as that particular book. I mean, obviously, Jennifer Lawrence was great. She won the Oscar for that,
Right.
Best Actress.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she was
I
great.
love her.
She
She's
was
a great
good.
actress.
Her character was relatively close to where it was in the book.
Mhm.
Bradley Cooper's character, a little bit different.
A little
kind
bit.
of the same, but still different, because in the book he doesn't remember why him and his wife split up necessarily. He doesn't remember the incident of what happened, of why there's a restraining order. For a lot of the book, I kind of thought that he may have killed his wife, to be honest with you, seriously, because they kept it a secret till close to the end of the book.
Oh, well, that must have been fun.
Yeah, and then let me see, what else was it? But a couple of other things too. It was like in the book, him and his dad don't really have a very good relationship at all. His dad didn't talk much, so I mean that obviously had to be changed specifically for if you're gonna have Robert De Niro in a movie, he has to speak. I mean, come on.
Yes. He has to present.
Yeah.
Has to be known.
And I think he was in the clinic longer. He was in the mental institution longer.
Yeah, they always shorten it in the movies.
Yeah, like ridiculously. I mean, he knew how long he was in the mental clinic. He didn't realize how long he'd been in there when he got out, when he was in the book.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, in the movie, I think he was in there for a total of 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, in the movie, obviously, yeah. But I mean, in the movie, they said he was there for 8 months.
Right.
And in the book, he was there for at least a couple of years, because the Philadelphia Eagles, their playing time, that's a big thing in the book and a big thing in the movie too. He gets home and they start seeing one of their first football games, and he didn't know who some of these players were. He's like, "What do you mean? Who are these guys? What happened to this guy? What happened to this guy?" And so
very cool.
Well, and the only thing that I was really disappointed, I don't know if you remember the movie. Remember when he goes to dinner and he's wearing his football jersey?
Yeah, is that the part where she actually goes off on him?
Yeah, kind of.
That was a good scene.
Yeah, very good scene. She was good. That scene was perfect. But
yeah.
But the reason why or the reason why he shows up in the thing, in the doctor's office, he has this scene with his psychiatrist where he's like, "Well, I got to go get dinner at my friend's house and I got to dress up." And he's like, "Well, do you want to dress up?" And this and that. He was like, "Well, my mom got me something. I don't know if I feel like I have another shirt that and he basically said, I have another shirt that my brother just got me, brand new shirt. I would rather wear that." He's like, "Do you feel comfortable in that shirt? Then you should wear what your brother got you." Totally didn't just flat out ask, "I want to wear a Deshaun, whatever, my freaking Eagles jersey." And I was like, that was such a good part of the book. Just, I don't know, just so well written. It was funnier that way. It was more interesting that way.
Right.
Rather than just coming right out and say, "I want to wear a football jersey to dinner." I mean, it was so.
Yeah, they probably. I hear that when when a book turns into a movie, I went dyslexic there for a moment. That they take away quite a bit of the meat that you can actually get from the book when they shorten it or tweak it and all of that. So it sounds like from what you're saying is had they actually kept that more authentic into the movie, but then again, if they're on a budget and they only wanted so much.
Yeah, I mean, in the same sense, it's like you still kept in that part, the whole dinner part, and you kept in the major scenes, but it was like they just changed some of the feelings to it somewhat.
Right.
Changed some of the aspects of the actual story. So
very cool.
So
well, unlike you that has a tablet, I'm still into real books.
I am too. I have a large collection of books of my own too. I know you actually have a book with you. I just have mine at home right now.
So what I've been reading lately I'm mixing it up.
Oh, nice. Okay. One is in red and one is in blue. Remember, folks, when you go to the bookstore, pick different colors. Have a wide variety of books.
I even got a purple one.
Oh, look at that.
You have to have a purpple book.
Yes, you do.
That is the best color.
Yes, they are.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, and this purple book is a larger size.
Size matters.
So when she's reading this book, she's compensating for something.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What would I be compensating for?
I have no idea.
My bananas?
Mhm.
Hey, don't bring the bananas into this.
Yes. Typically, you only get one.
So, okay. I finally
Unless
got
you're
my...
that good and you get a couple of minutes.
I brought it up earlier today, and I
Find a
didn't go
different
into
show.
major whatever. But I had this book for a very long time, and then a friend of mine, I lended it to him because he was a musician, and then he never gave it back to me. And then when I got this book recently, he messages me on Facebook, "Oh, I think I have your book." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, where is it?" And he goes, "Oh, it's at my cousin's house, but I don't talk to him anymore."
Yeah.
I'm
I've been thinking
well,
about
gee,
this.
thanks.
I've been thinking about this recently. I had a copy of one of my favorite books that I have is Steve Martin's Born Standing Up. I was a really big Steve Martin fan. Excellent book. He's a good writer. And that's not the only book he's written just about himself. He's written other books where he's written novellas. Shop Girl was one of his movies that was actually a novella he wrote, and he's written some other stuff. But I read that book. I specifically thought it was great. And I think I lent it to somebody, and she moved to L.A.
Did she ever send it back?
No, I don't think so, but I don't remember if that's who I lent it to or not. I've been sitting here contemplating, should I Facebook this person and say, hey, did I lend you my copy of this? And just curious of where it went to. I don't know.
Oh, well.
I know another friend of mine, Dave Frank, who you've met.
Dave Frank.
He has one or two of my books, and he doesn't actually read. He just put it in his closet somewhere, and it's going to sit there for a while.
So do you know where he lives? Go get it.
My sister works with him now, so I'll probably get it back
Ooh,
from him
well,
eventually.
there you go. If you want a book back, send in a sibling.
Yes.
Well, another
My
book.
sister's the tough one. She's the muscle of the family, so...
Another book I've been reading is 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class.
Ooh.
Yeah, Steve Siebold.
Are there quizzes in that too? Is that what it is?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
But
That's where Cosmopolitan gets all the quizzes.
I have just
They
decided
changed some of the words
lately that I've
how to get in his
also
mind, how to
came
get in his
across
pants,
a Bob
Mhm.
Proctor documentary seminar, The Science of Getting Rich.
The Science of Getting Rich.
The Science of Getting Rich, because I am fed up with being working middle class, or I should say less than working middle class. And
Who isn't?
And if those people can make millions and millions of dollars, it's their thinking that is totally different from us of the working middle class. And so I've been doing research and wanting to find ways to switch that conditioned type of thinking of the lack and limitation and everything else, and figure out a way to get to the next level. Not to mention, I've had this catalyst in my life for the past 2 years he ruffles my feathers because he says I'm like a peacock.
Nice.
And so we bump heads and everything, but I hate it when he ends up being right about certain things.
Yeah.
And then another book that I'm reading, A Return to Love
Nice.
by Marianne Williamson. It's actually pretty good. And it puts a lot of things in perspective about relinquishing fear and forgiveness and giving up results and being the perfect you just as is. Oh, that's another book. Brene Brown,
Right.
Gifts of Imperfection.
Back
Love,
up,
love,
everybody.
love
Gifts of
that book.
Imperfection? Nice.
Yeah. She teaches about living wholeheartedly, and that vulnerability is actually a strength.
Very cool.
And that we shouldn't be afraid to show those softer sides of ourselves. So it's okay if you want to cry.
Do I have to right now?
On cue.
I
don't
can
really
I'll
have
start.
anything to cry
I'll
about.
start
Do
crying.
you want to cry, Gary? Can you shed a tear for us?
I'm trying really hard. I need to think of sad things.
Squeeze.
Somebody just stole your banana.
Yes, and smashed
that
it.
would make me very upset.
This is the Taboo Show. We're here to cry. This is the crying hour.
Well, you do you said you do like improv stuff like
I
that.
do.
Yes,
do
he
you
does.
ever-
We don't have to cry on demand for improv.
Oh, okay. Are you able to?
What's
if
funny
you really
about
wanted
some
to?
large man crying on stage?
You know, you're right.
Playback
Nothing.
theater
Absolutely
actually
nothing.
appreciates that. Have you heard of playback theater?
I think so.
Yeah, that's actually an event that I'm going to be at
Nice.
on Sunday. I was going to say on Orlando.
On Orlando.
Oh, that switcheroo of my brain. Yeah, it's Sunday in Orlando at the White House. Did you know there's a White House in Orlando?
There are many White Houses in many different places.
Yes. But this is a particular one that the owner is, what is he? The director or something of
That's cool.
Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, okay.
Or something creative like that. I hope I
So
don't
it's
get
kind of
in
close
trouble.
to like the theme park area, basically, in a sense. Not necessarily the White House is by there, but I mean, he's probably somebody who's a director of some of the things out in
Right.
Because they have a
And-
Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been
thing
to a
out there.
Cirque du Soleil
No,
show?
I have not been to one yet.
It's amazing.
The Mozing.
It's so amazing.
Has its
I was
own
actually taken.
pronunciation for the word. It's that amazing.
Actually, I must say that was one of the best dates I went on with somebody. He wanted to impress me, and he surprised me with Cirque du Soleil tickets. Took me out to dinner and that, and I'm like, all right, I can dig this. And unfortunately, at that point in my life, I still wasn't ready to get over my ex at the time because I was in rebound mode. And so that lasted for maybe a year. He was even wanting to marry me.
Aw,
They
that's
all want to marry me
sweet.
for like 15 minutes.
Wow.
And then I say, no, go away, go away, go away.
Wow. Alrighty.
But that's all part of
Deep here.
life.
It's all good.
Yeah, I have commitment. Well, no, I
Mhm.
do not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I used to. How about you guys? You guys have commitment stuff, right?
Commitment stuff, or what kind of commitment stuff?
I don't know.
Are we talking about issues or what?
Yeah, commitment
Mm.
issues. Do you have commitment issues?
I would say I've had them in the past in some cases, yeah.
Do you
don't
think
know.
you ever want to get married?
I don't even believe in marriage.
Are you pagan?
No.
No, we've established this. He's Russian.
Yeah.
He's
well,
Russian. Say something in Russian that's nice.
Здравствуйте. That just means hello.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Say, want to do Twister with me later with baby oil?
That's
Good night,
gonna-
everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. We'll be in the other
That's,
room.
My translation skills are a little bit rusty, so the most I can do is just say hello.
Oh,
And maybe goodbye, possibly.
that would have
That's
been cool.
That's the extent of his linguistics now for Russian.
Yeah, that would have been cool to hear that in Russian, though.
Yeah. He literally moved out of Russia when he was 2.5. I mean,
Yeah, I'll try and prepare that maybe for next time.
Yeah, call your aunt or uncle that still lives there. Or...
Yeah, I'll call him up. Be like, hey, how do I say what was the thing? I don't remember.
Twister,
how do I
oil, what the
Yeah,
heck, man?
yeah.
Come on. How do you forget that when a woman brings that up?
How do I oil myself up for Twister or something?
Don't hide by the
something like that.
banana. Jeez.
Hey man, back in Russia, all we had was potatoes and banana. It was the Soviet Union, so there's very little food.
Probably put oil on it and jumped on him. Especially when a woman said, hey, let's do the potato banana twister naked thingy
Yeah.
with the oil.
I didn't say
all we
naked.
had.
You added the naked.
It comes in there, all right? It happens. What do you think the oil's for? To slide
Yeah.
the clothes off.
Doesn't
No.
Twister
Right hand blue.
Doesn't Twister always
Left shirt orange. I mean, come on.
Doesn't it always
Bathing suits.
inevitably lead to
See, I like where this is
getting
going
naked.
too. All right. Bathing suits.
Just-
Bikini top green. Bikini thong purple.
Aw.
I
Wow,
like where
he's
you're
down.
going.
He's already gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Wow, that was fast.
Not coming back.
What happened?
Not really sure. Some random dude just waved to us and now he's leaving.
Like he was next
Wow.
door and now he's gone already?
I hope someone didn't just break in.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah.
The
that
guys
was,
with
like, really
guns are holding off
fast.
the people trying to break in. See?
And now we're
All
having a thumb up, or no, a finger up.
He's got a gun, all right?
He's got a finger gun.
I don't trust that guy for a second.
If you're watching the show right now, call the police. We're being attacked by people with fingers.
Finger guns.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, those were the good old days.
When
Like
people stuck people up with fingers.
Yes.
Oh,
That's a-
dude,
No.
now the
It's
bunny's
actually,
gonna
Not
get it.
the
Look at that.
rabbit.
That's
Not
a
the
thing.
right-
That's a thing in Japan,
Oh,
actually.
man. He's pointing his whole index finger at the bunny.
And he's getting
For those of
ready
you at home,
to like
he's got
use his trigger thumb.
Yes,
Oh no.
this is serious. A stuffed animal thumper is about to get. Actually,
Yeah.
a stuffed animal thumper just
I-
had its neck ripped
I
open.
let you all know that this is late enough with Mama J for
Yeah.
a reason, because
We talk
it's
about the
random.
death of stuffed animals
Yeah.
right in
Oh,
front
now
of our
he's
eyes.
stroking the rabbit.
Yeah, a dead
Oh,
stuffed animal
wait, what?
rabbit.
Stroking the rabbit.
He's
I don't think I like that terminology.
He's stroking Thumper.
Yeah,
Is that what he calls it now?
Yes, that's what.
this is a really interesting turn of events for the updated version of Mice and Men here. I don't know.
So
Tell him about the rabbits, George. Oh, I'm gonna pet them and. Oh my gosh.
He's on medication.
Ritalin,
I
right?
hope so.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's why we keep him in that little corner over there. He's got his own little
He's in that clear box.
yeah, it's a little
Yeah. You realize he's
For
blocking the
punishment.
door right now, so just throw it out there. So. See?
He's serving as the distraction all of a sudden because he got bored.
Mhm.
Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
You didn't want that to be known, did you?
Isn't there some work you should be doing?
So what's new in the world? I haven't watched the news today. You got
Oh.
anything in there that says anything? Oh, wasn't Justin Bieber arrested or something?
DUI, I think, actually. I didn't read the story or anything, but I think someone said something about a
He
DUI.
has a portrait of himself
does.
in orange.
Yeah, so.
And he's smiling.
Smiling.
I never liked that guy.
Nobody
I-
did.
Yeah. That's
Unless
what
you were a 13-year-old girl.
Well, that just shows when you have good marketing people and money, and you can wing it with. I guess he was talented to a certain degree. What is sad is when you have talented young people like him, like Miley, like who else? Britney. Those people, they started off with some halfway decent
Yeah.
talent, and then when they go through their process that they go through.
See, I
It's
think
like-
I think the biggest problem here that we're looking at, especially look at the Miley Cyrus situation. Okay,
What happened to her butt and her curves?
I don't know, but I mean, she's still a really skinny girl. She was never really like a big curvy person. I don't.
No,
think.
actually, she was.
Not really. I mean, when you first saw her, she was like a 14-year-old girl doing Hannah Montana or whatever. When she
Yeah,
started.
but right after that,
Yeah.
like when she, I think, turned 17 or 18,
Mhm.
19-ish, before she decided to go anorexic and chop
Yeah.
off all of her hair, she actually had a nice little curvy body.
Yeah, she was still ridiculously thin most of the time.
You do
Yeah.
like extreme.
From what I remember, I don't know. But anyways, no, the biggest thing, this is the whole Miley Cyrus thing. This is funny. The whole thing everybody get ape shit about was that she was dancing on stage twerking with a foam finger, and I was like, really, this is a topic for discussion? This is what we're really upset about? It's because they're upset because Hannah Montana's twerking and grinding up against Robin Thicke. I mean, it's like all this little girl who used to be,
So sweet and
on the Disney
innocent.
Channel is now twerking and wearing gold chains in some of her videos and shit. I mean, she
and
had a
hanging
grill in
out
one
with
video.
yo gangsta.
I mean,
yo.
that's the big thing. Everybody's upset that she grew up, and it's not like it
everybody
didn't look
grows
like
up
she,
at some point.
yeah, but I mean, it didn't look like she was on drugs. I don't think she was on drugs. It just seemed like she
Molly.
was, huh? That was
They
just a
say
song. It was a song
Molly.
because it was a joke. But I don't think she's really had any incidents where she's been on drugs. Like Lindsay and all those other people, they've been on drugs and drinking and driving, all this shit. But she was just twerking on stage. She just looked like she was, a 20-year-old kid acting out. That was the whole
yeah.
thing, and everybody couldn't handle it because Hannah Montana was acting out. Big deal. Like,
I've
that was the
acted
whole
out
situation.
before. Have you acted out before?
absolutely,
Have you twerked?
probably.
Have you twerked when you've done your improv group?
Probably yes. That I can almost say with absolute certainty.
I would love to see that.
Most people would.
Yes.
Some people still have nightmares or are still institutionalized for it, but
Gary,
yes.
do you twerk?
No, I can honestly say I've never twerked. I don't even know how to do it. It's
Yeah.
beyond my comprehension. I don't think my butt is capable of doing those things.
Do you have a butt?
Pretty sure. I mean, last time I checked, it was still there. So I kind of hope.
You
It's
have
kind
to
of
get.
it's kind of hard
If
to
you
check
got,
back there.
if you're too much of a skinny butted person, you shouldn't twerk.
Yeah,
It
probably
just
not.
doesn't seem right. But
Right.
it's amazing how many people have put their twerk videos up.
Mhm.
And it was never called twerking. It's called shaking your ass. That's all it is.
Twitter and Facebook deemed it called twerking.
Oh, Lordy. I used to be
I don't
able
know.
to do that. Now I got too white.
I know. It's the new lingo, man. LOL, YOLO, all that fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
That invented twerking.
So how are we doing on our time this evening?
I'd say we got about 10 minutes or so, something like that.
Wow, it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
flying by of
Yeah.
just
We're having a good time.
randomness
Mhm.
with little
Yeah.
touches of metaphysical
Yeah.
and everything. Well, I'm just getting out all of my nervous energy or whatever. I think it'll calm down
Nice. There we go.
at some point, or maybe it'll get wilder. I am really curious as to what my audience is going to end up being like and how many people will actually tune into my shows.
Well, they'll definitely tune into the naked episode we were talking about earlier.
And
Yeah. That'll happen,
you
folks.
added the
Keep-
naked.
keep-
I just
keep
said
watching.
Twister with oil.
There will be. Well, it's not just a Twister show. It'll be a naked with Mama J show.
Oh, we're actually
Yes.
putting in some stripper poles into this room
See,
in the next
there you
couple
go.
weeks.
That is going to happen.
Oh.
We will talk about the metaphysical side of being naked and on a stripper pole.
Oh, well, then I could probably find some guests that are actually pole fitness women.
And we'll be naked
And
with
men.
Mama J.
Is that a euphemism for stripper?
No, that's actually a huge fitness rave these
Yeah.
days.
Pole dancing is now a
It's an
a fitness
art
craze. Yeah.
and a
Uh-huh.
fitness craze, and men and women
Wow.
are totally doing the pole fitness, vertical fitness. They even have a
Nice.
magazine out.
Nice. There we go.
Mhm.
We'll have to do that sometime. We'll do a special video for Mama J and Gwiggy
I'll-
taking a pole
I'll,
dancing class
I'll give it a
Oh,
shot as well.
that would be
That would be
interesting.
fun. Yeah.
You take a pole class?
With you, yeah, that'll be fun. Mm-hmm.
That'll be very entertaining.
Yes.
Mhm.
The poles have to be very tall.
Yeah, well, short ones probably wouldn't do very well. Here is your pole. It's 2.5 feet. Try to keep up with the class. Really.
Hey,
How-
that'll be
how-
fine for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Gary's very short.
he's my.
Why do
he's
you
my
think he likes
leprechaun.
bananas so much? It's because they're taller than him. Yeah.
I thought that was the banana tree.
Huh?
The banana tree
Bananas
is taller than
themselves
him.
are taller than Gary.
Oh no, he's my little leprechaun.
He's a leprechaun, and the leprechauns are smaller than bananas.
That's
Why do
only
you
on
think
the
they have
box
to
of
hide their
Lucky
damn
Charms.
gold and their damn cereal?
Oh well. Anyways, what would be the call-in number for us? Is it same as?
Oh yeah. By the way, now that the show's almost over, call us here at such and such number.
Well, we've had the number up. It's
Okay.
813-639-8255.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So everybody, next time, if you find this interesting, humorous, or you just want to pipe in and give your 2 cents or 5 cents or $100, that would be
Give me
fantastic.
$100.
You're gonna do $100 into the pot?
All right. We have $100. Do we have 110? 110? 110? Anyone?
150,
150,
150.
Do I hear 155? 155, 155. What's sold? 155. Do I hear 160? Oh, look at that.
He's got to make it rain.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Definitely
that.
be on the poll for that. Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness, too much.
Yeah.
I don't think Gary's been able to contain himself. He's just been, just sitting there, just.
He's not dead yet, so I mean, we
He-
haven't killed him yet, so that's
I
a good
know.
sign.
He's still breathing.
That's debatable. I mean, it's-
Most definitely.
So, speaking of bananas,
We're back to the bananas again.
Yes, I came up with a joke. It's
He
a
came
banana.
up with a joke.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
You guys
I'm
ready?
bracing.
You guys ready for this?
I'm
No,
bracing
but
myself.
go ahead anyways.
This took me a long time to come up with this one.
This
I
entire
don't doubt that.
time.
All right.
I'm bracing myself.
So what did the banana say when he looked in the mirror?
I have to split.
He said, "I wish I had a face." Said, "I wish I had a face." Got it, kind of.
Remember that part where we were talking about crying? Now I kind of want to at that point after how bad that joke was.
It's very
and the sadness
deep.
for it,
Yeah.
because now I feel bad for bananas everywhere that don't have faces, and really are self-conscious about that now. You know.
It's a common problem.
Thanks a lot. I'll never be able to go to the produce department
And eat a
in
banana
the same
again
way.
because they don't have a face.
When I go to the lunchroom tomorrow and there are bananas right by the register, I'm going to feel bad for them and let them go free. Run. Go find your faces, bananas. Don't be stuck here, faceless,
Oh my goodness.
as a potassium-filled snack for break time.
That's good for you after you've exercised and you
Yes.
have muscle cramps. and if you eat enough, it'll be good for you.
Yeah.
I like the little ones. The little
You know, if you eat the
bananas.
banana, it still won't have a face. You've just helped successfully euthanize it so it doesn't feel bad about not having a face anymore. And it'll no longer have clothes because you'll have peeled it, too. So it'll go down naked, faceless, feeling sad for itself.
What?
What a
It's
tragedy. What a tragedy.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
Yeah.
Great job.
I'm sorry. I
You
brought
just killed the whole entire
I brought-
nation of
I
fruit.
brought the whole thing down.
Bananas particular. Oh,
Yes.
I see it now. He is gonna be writing a book, a trilogy.
About bananas losing their faces and dying senselessly
Yes.
at the snack line at work.
Yes. Do you really have bananas at the snack line at work?
But yeah, they have bananas.
Oh,
They try to have interesting things there for us.
and
They
healthy.
got apples sometimes, too. It's all good.
Have you had dark chocolate covered pomegranate?
I have not, no. I know I probably should.
Maybe next time I bring you some.
Ooh, nice. Along with the pizza.
And there you have it, folks.
See, look at that.
Is the death of a banana.
You happy,
we're,
Gary?
We're,
How
we're,
sad.
we're looking
How
at the
sad.
faceless
Yep.
banana and what was left of it.
That banana wasn't eaten. It jumped off the roof earlier. Yep. While we were having this conversation.
Suicidal banana.
Oh.
So-
You had to bring up. Wait, he had to bring up with bananas, and that has been the whole thing throughout.
That's been the theme for this show. Tune in
I'm
next week when
sorry.
we'll talk
I
about green
apologize. Maybe your whole show will be fruit themed from now on.
Yes.
Fruit of Loom.
Ooh.
I can't wait
Mama
for
J's
pineapple. I'm
Taboo
excited.
Underwear Fruit Show. Pull off the tags from behind your underwear, gentlemen. It's time to talk about your fruit.
Make sure they're tagless.
Well, for the Fruit of the Loom, you have to pull the Fruit of the Loom tags off, probably, so that way they can pull the fruit off of it. I don't know, man. Do they not have tags for Fruit of the Loom anymore?
I
Well,
think they're tagless. Their
Hanes
Hanes
have
are
no
tagless,
tags, yes.
but the Fruit of the Loom. Who wears Fruit of the Looms in this building? Raise your hand.
Or drop your pants and let's just look at your underwear. I mean,
We have a person hanging outside the window that's clearly an exhibitionist and
killing
wants
bunnies
attention.
yeah.
He was actually really wanting to partake in this whole scenario here.
He's a banana expert. Yeah.
Yeah, he might actually be one
Nice.
for sure.
Mhm.
Most definitely. But we're going back to the books.
Alrighty.
I got about 1 minute. One more minute.
Oh,
1
well,
minute to
that's
go.
All right.
good.
Then I'll read your book. There we go.
Oh, here's another
For the
book.
whole minute we're left.
7,000 Ways to Listen by Mark Nepo.
Nice.
I was so excited when it came in paperback. There's a good survey question. Who likes paperback? Who likes hardcovers? What do you prefer? Hard or soft?
Yeah.
Covered.
I would have
books?
to say, yeah, no, I know. But I don't like the smaller paperback, but I enjoy a good hardback. I would say a hardcover book.
Really?
Just I don't know. Just I don't know why. It feels like it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more support to it when you're sitting in Starbucks or something like that, reading and just looking pretentious to all the other people that are walking by, sitting on their laptops doing Facebook. But
I love softcover books.
yeah, no, I do too. I mean, it's
They're
just like this size, yes.
moldable and,
Yeah. This size I like. It's just the smaller ones that are like the ones you could practically fit in your pocket. Some of those I don't always like.
Yeah, I love these books. So I
think it's probably sometimes the size of a hardcover book too. Is just it's just a little more.
Well, even this one isn't too bad.
Yeah.
For soft cover, I like the color that is purple. Oh, I think Chris would really like this book because it actually deals with music notes and all kinds of stuff like that, and it's physics, and he's like a brainy person.
Yeah.
So
and there's a section of color in it too.
Ah, yes.
There you go.
I've actually thought about adding color to
Momma
the book.
J coloring books
Absolutely. So
for the taboo show.
The taboo show.
Color in the circles for Momma J's naked, oily twister
Lord.
metaphysical night.
It's not naked. It's bathing suits if you want to go bathing suity.
Yeah,
Because this
bathing
is
suits are
late
kinda
enough with Momma J. Not late with Momma J.
I'm just saying, if it's late enough, there can be nudity. I'm just throwing that in there.
There might be kids.
There is
watching.
there is a case to be made for that.
There might be kids watching.
Kids will grow up and sometimes get naked. Just saying, kids, if you're watching, at
It's
some
part
point
of-
in your life, you will get older and be naked.
Well, you come in naked.
You cannot wear clothes the entire time. I'm sorry.
You come in naked. You end up leaving naked.
In a hospital
Wait,
dress,
yeah,
maybe.
it's possible. Some people leave that way.
Yeah.
At
Or
times.
depending on what your suit is you're wearing when just
Well, would you
Very
like to be
dark ending of the
cremated,
show
or
here.
would you like to just be thrown into a burial?
Wow, this is a deep show.
That's dark. We should save that for another show.
It's late enough.
Not that late enough.
See
We're talking
my
about a nice,
point?
happy story about bananas and nudity and Twister. You got to bring in, how do you want to be buried? This is not a damn pizza commercial. What do you want in your tombstone? You want to be thrown in it or just burnt to death with it? Or wow, I mean, come on.
Well, all of that is elements of life.
That's beside the point. We're not. This is the second show or first show and of the late enough with Momma J. We haven't got to that part yet.
Well, I'm gonna
This
say
is just a warm-up show,
Yes.
everybody. Seriously, but that is something.
Death show is coming later.
I want to be shot out into space. That's how I want to go.
And just keep going.
Yeah, just until I reach another universe where they can bring me back to life.
I think he might already be an alien.
Well, he's from Russia, so yeah, he's an alien.
Yeah, technically.
Hopefully
Aren't we
illegal
all
one, probably.
aren't we all aliens to some degree? If
Yeah,
you
but
really, really
most
think
of us
about
have
it?
been here long enough to have better documentation. So
Well, that is true. So I think you said like a minute ago there was like a minute. So
Yeah,
that
now
was like
it's-
6 days ago.
Now it's a negative minute, so
Mhm.
you actually owe us time now.
Oh, really? Well, this is because you don't give me any indicators, and so that's bad,
Yeah, man.
bad indicators.
Okay, well,
Talk too
But
much about
anyways-
bananas.
Thank you, everybody that did decide to tune in. This is just a warm-up show to get you to realize I'm back, and I'm here twice on Thursdays. Momma J Speaks Unlimited from 2 to 3, and Late Enough with Momma J from 7 to 8.
New show coming.
He was my muse for evening.
For today evening.
I hope you guys
That's what I do
have
to her.
a great
She starts
weekend.
moving the consonants at the beginning of words around.
And take care.
We're
See you
close.
next time. Bye.
Goodbye.